to improve on the existing incomes of workers and pensioners alike. Organized labor appealed to government for the payment of cost of living allowance, COLA, for public sector workers to cushion them against the difficult economic conditions. In response, government and organized labor reached an agreement for the payment of 15% COLA to public sector workers. As a sign of goodwill for workers in the private sector, the National Tripartite Committee agreed to the payment of 15%
So makwaba ediaba me 90 so high neat 100.9 Debia unse me taika ese Ghana a free and fourth republican constitution no moa bepem sabre amampa nyufo ahodopi na aba omo aba flight lieutenant Jerry John Rawlings as say wanyan baby eko former president John Ajekum Kufuor the late president Mills afi former president John Mahama ena afi mampanyina na adodankwa ekufuado omunyina obi adamu sonko obi amamuo eye sonko Flight Lieutenant Jerry John Rawlings na memo ya sonko soja ni papa eno danchi amampanyi dada John Ajenku Kufuor no so ye lawyer ni ma papa Professor John Evans Mills no so nya ne be biko no so eye lawyer ni oye chirechire ni esan so ye tax expert ye hu adwuma no so bae oba be ye former president John Mahama no so eye communicator ono so ye hu adwuma oba be ye ena mampanyi na Kufuor no tia konwa so yi oye lawyer ono so ye hu adwuma wo ye the last na me bisa say da ben ye be so businessman ahwe because they be a technocrats na se for no mo kasan amemo ne de tese wa bi adwuma na wa fa nipa adwuma na wo manage adwuma no it is a what me manage one kasa wo company wo private company ya e dey na ntimi nya biu because amemo ne nipa na wo manage any resources e wo na wo manage it is a company what me manage nipa e mabosumi esu bia obi akatua nkam de obi a deserve onensaka adwuma no so e koso a e dey na kire se wo so ntimi e manage oman e ma no enye yie well yanhwei me kan ho asem me binom agi adwen no ebi gima no sibone ebi nso ye so BIAMAH ne wo kan edam kron ye no eye adwen enti media me kan foma se yen so businessman nso so nhwe businessman wo pepa sa obe peja wo man yi ede yakọ baabi a ye deserve sa yekọ wade ase businessman obehwe na ye economy no watoto ho ne ma yi se di otimi manage ne company any workers a ewom a obi a ho nkyere no na obi a so bosome so ogina ketwa pepepe ne esefata no taa no oba obeyo men yabusuafo mone menwimom mone menya adwene because ni nyina Ghana yiye mu ene ye pe no what you say a lawyer fo aba ayifo abomo ayese omo banyina wo mo aba ada ne yenso obi a ono so sabe o wanko school mpo na so watimi abia adwuma timi manage a manage nipa ena just want me show my so entoto ne emaye ma oman no enkonanem etimi de mekanfo mamo the honorable Ken ohene Japan ono a wadamfua na nyamia ya drom san komoyi awie ye ba betwetwe bi na twetwe aye ba betwetwe no nyamia ya drom ema mensa aka Eastern Regional Patron for Ken Japan campaign ono kroya president eda Citizen Eye Ghana ano Ora Alex Tete yensa kan wo ha no say ya ye ne no eba abedi enkomo Alex ewie me mo ha ko aba
ye na
embom tesen
ya me adum
Asi abo wachi ne yim
ha Brade.
Asi abo wachi ne yim
mu fiade mema ha
emazo ha
uyi ofa ya handsome man uyi madam
Nyame ahyira no.
Akwabu na
And obi to no nyu say, "Oh baby, ayo ba daddy." Ni nyina ni say, "O baby yo."
Enyo ba bia na yo ba o. E wo mahoro.
Na ko fa no wani afra.
O nya sa yo e ma ne de oba bia yo ba. In quote, bet enyo oba bia so na yo ba.
Aha. Yem fans kwansa. Abusianfo ye nua be ma Alex Tete e na wate ne nka no ye ba be bonko mo kakra e de afa yewura kan no hene Japan the campaign no said ye eniemasi kofa na afentutu ya hodo a egu kwamu ne adminim se by now NPP omo aso machinery ni nyina akwa akogu kumawu kumawu ya hyehyehyehyehye adaje ni puso bi nua be ma aye atasapo kwaku atasapo ma frena freche se onya ani no hwe baabi eti baabi akwaku wo bia ajaku me ma good afternoon Alex
Mira
they say campaign to say
Mira mam fa fidie na minchia watiefo na minchia the Ford Marshal Yura Fada na yinchia Kennedy o say general manager na memfa fidie sunchia ni tatiefo ene nipa ye adwuma wo despite media nyina na minchia general wo kumase Yura Chema untumi ono na kumawu adwuma ni nyina esi ne sreso ne general secretary mo ho ene ni mpanyifo eka ho nyina first vice mo fa yin free ni tfm koma wo mo aminchia Yura akompre koma min sorry answer na minchia bi ebi amira obi aminchia ne campaign ankoso Mira kokumawu oko support kumawu once we din kan di pick up ba ko say omonje party nje yen fe nko support kumawu election no ne wa stop campaign no ade ne ni ache kumawu me so me pon ya straight kumawu
wow
jada so
adaje ni poso
na me catch
wow
nti kumawu so ho ye nice won say catch ne so a owi ni kumawu no o ya hobrasefo nti party no support o mo de amano no massive nti MPP mpanyifo chairman ene ni general secretary ne first vice ne o me was esroni ase nyina na yemfenchi akese nkoma ye president na nado dankwa ekufuado na ye vice president dia nim de wosoro when it comes to technology dia it's a high profile man ne chiro obi kra ma ro Ghana hada say yenya vice president wutimi gina fa ko implement
the modern boy eso anipa because only the vice president were so dynamic and everywhere you find
it someone say Kennedy MAAME come talent is Brazil Kennedy ba na am so de masa
ebi
me trust ni kaka ba o me ade oye fantastic one say anope na miti majeri na omo ka se nkofo abeche ba omia cars na ebi ntiase Ghana for kasasa omo ntiase na ohe nso a yen yekoche party no ha ale na omo nkase party ni nkase omo ntiase se Kennedy Japan wache cars bebre no nkofo betimi aye as a vice president awaye adwuma ma so ni mi say mi wo scan ko meto bi ache because won say oyobi a ifi nkroma time a bepem sa me onu nu ama yenya data wo krum.
Okay.
Nti the vice president enyo onu anki ni data. There be nka Ghana yetena ho da 27 years NDC akoma. Won say what is say mama say oba obeche nkoko 5 nkoko 10 nkoko nketenkete. On the entakrabo ni beku no. Takrabo ye de ne ko amane mu ni still woda so dwe ntakrabo ho. Ti metimi aka ne say nyamisha MPP. Ami GMPP tumpa ba me so akwa MPP office da your friends wura ho a embro no ma be 500 omne ma wa yiko omne guide oson ba wura NDC officer abrof kokokra de ni wura ho anu wo akoko bakra de ni wura ho pe nu wo the difference between NDC and Nshira eda homa MPP for ide ye ka kumawu asem election na yewura campaign di emu de Asante region ma atene onim se boase na boase fo nyina ye ba wo mia ho
wow
na yewura boase ne tutuka omo de ponko wan hu ana ponko no mde be hia yewura nti se boase fo na ne
se wa adwumato
oh ya tene ba o me kra ya tene no masa oni pani be ku na we die
aside oboase amukọ etutu kane other me sure say because campaign mo se ase ache other places amakọ ne the sign delegates no ejim we so say yeah bo se ajo yo because say John so can say fear delegates
bi nya ken so I mean so Ghana photo ababi ma your friend say papa yo ton kosu
Akwa farms
Louis Kapa obi anim eyodo be won say Akwa farms abato ayeto you know te say yewura but despite mwani ade ne wo ye no Ghana fo omonyimi yo sabio omde o mani hwe o Akwa farms na che say ono no won cha de be na nkokọ ne de na ewo fom na yeto aba no wie no from 1 city akokọ nkosua no creator na ode ko be 5 city 7 city na wa wani to adum folk kumase fo me ko bi oh my na nkosua na 1 city na fe ade no na aba no to ma ho se me to ma wo so no se ne ko na koto so nkosua so na yewra kan no de wa ma MAAME $6 million project wanya ma MPP o
project
cardio ne wo ho
cardiothoracic center
yes please
okay
wo ho se ne unti wonyuma no eno na de wuko wa ye de ache Ghana o de ama Ghana o se enkananka party esenka 37 military hospital
wow
no wasandi nipa 10 military fo akọ na omonso training for doctors be ye cardio unsa ya homte pani bi nya sika na o de akoto abuchire na ne ba yare a wa twa no play na o de ne ko onu okohu sa ne ma na ne hote wo hu hwese ade okoye wo your friend say Masiji the okko Masiji a ma gufom ipa wo oluma say okoye na oba bi no oba memba te mo ma na mo wo radio no na mo nsan hu say
yeta na chi
kene Japan radio ni minim station o ma tena makonye so da station bi eni ho a onkoye enti mo hu say mo nua mo dofo madamfo Ghana ni bia nsi na dwempi say sene bi mo tena asehye se Kwame Nkrumah ye de ne ekọ na Kwame Nkrumah betimi aboa Ghana sene nkofo bi kata obi na hyehyɛ ye tane ye pese mabunu no ne mma wo krom ha omo hyehyɛ se osiade ye ne ya se oba ko peska ni ama ne 1000 Ghana 500 maslok wo mra ye empower ema no can say empower man because on
500,000 empower obi
debi osi empower obi osi ono ne ma ye 22 ma 16 no omo biti mema ne nyina ese mema ne de wo hu se osi ne ma mema no sabi adwen ne wo fo ma ne de ne high don de ma de mfo mu ni agro no wa so out mi so uja fo so de wa groom bi what has into no de ka ye o kan campaign ma asam de a udi hu agro a setiti bi ho ane ma na e ba ne nchen a bia na me bro wetin wo sisi a tambie ma ne de mo mom kwan
me man body anu ai
oh me man body
was mo bro anyway yeah e dey na ma wo gitum prekope because Dr. Baumia or vice president of the Republic of Ghana wo hwe nyuma wo ye ne ade a wa kra ba betena si wa kamfo ne bia kama ono wo ho oba bepribi yewra alankodwo kirematen ono so eduru so ono so wo ho a wo ba gidigidi wo hwe mu a sa nipa me na atum se ade ne egina wo mo so denden na wo mo aka yewra ken eso abata ho ade ne ma wo gidi wa hoto so se yewra ken ebra so se Ghana 40 try obi a wotesa I say Ghana 40 so be wotesa
MAAME gitum se na me che o se on se no ma hyehye nkofo e be ye president ni nyina o but na Kwame Nkrumah kan wo Ghana fo so what say na Kwame Nkrumah kan wo baby mu hu se pawe ye call UK o ya ade ye nkofa papa we mfiri ne mfa ne mbra on se Kennedy na won kan ho na eye Alan Baumia asem na boache jakomo be won se Ghana fo ni hu se yembabu ni hu se olmai me kura metimi aka magari ni busa tama me printi we 2018 na me bundle say can Japan ma me flat bella and no ankasa ne ba teste me e woda so on phone so say me nyim free Facebook 2020 me publish so me nyim free Facebook na ne papa on pe president ne papa de nti ne papa hu an
de na sesan
ne say Ghana fo no mabunu no ye hu say yewura say wan ko bia ye be hwere to me no because one says see ano enam ne o ma bi e course nti say MPP for NDC for etimia take over now a obi ebo Muhammadin ntia be won say maama so ofiri so enche say 8 years ani say 7 years ni meboa mother 2000 years na yesu ko e o mai anamboa so beba ye twen no na de okọ 8 years bo so samba oba be dey 8 years mpo mai oba be dey oba enso yesu oja ni din mahama nso wanya din papa bia okroma nkronkro eda ne ho nyina ye da so kai nti nka bia enya be 16 years 20 years mama ye obi a esen ko tena se a be 2024 2032 num no na nka wasan unity nka Ghana fo benya sympathy ama no e wate ase se da bi ampo anya bibia papa yi obeye bibi kakra bi etimi ma oman Ghana on say NDC ni obi anim say NDC 27 years ni omunya bibi papa bia a obetimi metim ne bensa kire so say ade weni NDC for ene de buy yewura kan de metumani a ehu kadio na osi no metumani a 31,000 tons costo ebi ni Africa how ne wa Africa ye 30,000 eno kra wa Angola na Ghana ni esi 31,000
so a wosi ana wasi awie
just say it's almost 90%. So what I say the planter oil
no na ekoso he
o ekoso tema
oh okay
so what I say na wo hwe say ni nyuma papa ne ya mama one day na per time na mfa nko committee 12 obi o mayor president no o si presidential house the presidential house I'm telling you wow. 60 friends say 60 na ura ho a unhu ba bia no kopim nti mine no na ukọ ba bia oye motorway so a na plant steel plant no unhu say it's a different man ni oye obi enkroma niema na oye a woje na kese na obi akọji abahwe asase a wakọ akọji watebubu na hwe enipa do farms a oye a unhu ni say ni vision no e different oye parliamentarian onye minister o won se chemiensa bonso ko ne ho no okan o se o qualify o niema miensa ye de president e be a lawmaker a businessman a vice president ken a lawmaker o se o ye businessman but we the vice the o ye only vice but onye businessman so what I say na wo hwe sa niema no so a eno ana hwe Donald Trump na o ye businessman no na e fancy ma tax on say into cronimfo hu say the businessman no o madwen ye different into me de masem nyina say me say businessman fo nyina say o mon form ntoma na emabunu na agi guy say the bi pese Ghana ye Ghana foforo ne yehwe abase Ghana nya 63 years ana so ne tia be o hwe kan sama wo kan mame o se wo ye businessman a ene Gaddafi ye no Ghana ni bi o ye businessman bia no ye 0.0% loan si say Ghana fo edika nyina ye besia ye ba interest e wo hu okroma no ano dinin what I say into wo hwe papa no ni nim de ne nhihya
na tesa wo ne omo ekita adwene bi say it's time for Ghanaians see be so businessman ahwe no wo ne omo ya adwene wo sa kwan no
eh ina me di nka nya sam ne omo ya adwene mame enye wa homte business ne ye bi o ye import ne ma omo say ne ama ba bia nkofo ama ba wo mea omo letting it down here won say ye $4 ne 4.2 the dollar is 11.8 ne kra wo sesa na American o ne to
na de am say about 10
and about ne de me $6 ne de me ne de about 10 point something there ne aboka o singofo bu ha ye dollar no winti e ba sa de na chese aya asem oh nti e ba ne sa e yo how nti nim de bia wo ho na obeye bibi foforo a yema aban we bi ko aban we de na me anim ne kure ma me fa bibi anto nchen enye pandemic ne ba yanka ban we adwuma a waye no lempo ekra no we yinkonya metimi akansi me bo se tani won se ye to 1 million vote ma na adu nti no nkofo fin se esese osan aye more because anado amembo na wabebu no president bibri o ha abako yenya soja aban wo kruma soja aban kwa yenya 5 times so what I say si yenya professor aban yenya teacher aban yenya doctor aban yasan benya lawyer aban aka businessman nti enipa ade bia Ghana for pre na si politicians there yenya politician the businessman na unity of ton force ye nam na ye hia ye raka na ade o chia nse wo hu obi oton aburo de ohun otimi tu ni nyina o last me fa maami bi pan enam de ni na si kam ye wie Greater Accra to no na ye wie Central region ye koye Western region ye Eastern region ise ye Ashanti baby obehia aburo bia aburo ni omo eton ku be die ohunya na sankofo na omo ton ne market nke na ye empower them because resources e wo kroma no
the war resources na sebe ye
o say ade ye ne ya ne ye oye omutu na Ghana wo 3% eno kura ne ku no
yeah 3%
nti nkan
because you obey 10
can say first no eno sa ni
first na ne 10
ne 3 first na ne 3
as I say you was saying
this year them say 10 this year them I think say 10 na ohu ni sa o think ye ja me chef ye den a aban bi beba nyame aya adom se wo de ya presi ken ne nsem a waka free oba parliament a wo beka se na me ade ba ko pa ne ho ye me nwanwa wasase we so no eye lawyer pani bi pa odi mu Ghana ha minim nipa odi mu etimi aka se e chen sa papa ni din ye na omunya dola e ya asase omoton ama Ghana gas na Kennedy ankasa moja eka ho omoton asase na omo ne Ghana gas aka ni nyina awie omoton asase ne be more than 5 no ma hihye wie papa no obi a check ne de o de koto dan wo US we de ne de koto dan
over me say Ghana
we de ne de koye sei na omo wie ya ni approve ye obema approve ani ye your friend say watch chairman baya Kennedy said dabida ne bo no ompene nti omo kofa value of UK emo ba value asase na omo ye no na ebo a omo de ye 1.2 million na asase ne nso sika esa asase na nkasa ne ton nyina no ni wura ne ode ma omo ye 1.2 that say 1.2 no so omo nye de a oyi ono ani nua o oyi omanu aduane na lawyer ne so obonani a yo kom nti de obibia be obi sa na nka me yenum se wo no wanya position
pepe ye adwuma
o se da bida nti ne niam a oye no e different na me nka sam cho na danfo ne share wo te se ne mo office why e wo US e ko fa e no so contract e de buy contract no so the same Ghana gas na omu wie ye no na say for $3 million abrofo ne ba ni fie a omu di scanner ba uja fa pamo om se dabi omu hwe na damfo de oni di sa scanner
enti wo hwe mu a adefo from ben e na kan oba beye a wo betimi akama to Ghana for so to delegates asum na e beye a nyame ya adoma November se prime minister ne baso a won beto e de ama no
Kennedy say ade na hom ti se uwie suku a na wo te fie 4 years 2 years uwie suku a na ese dwuma da ho free factories or DC bia 1 DC bia be fa no wo be 1,000 acres of land
wow
aban eduban adwuma wo be yama aban wo ye DC ni a ponte 1,000 acres
so some be restore state farms no
that's it
that system no sign
ya say Eastern region men na mudua wo hwe aha emo na mudua mo na mudua atoko mudua banche a wo se wo ye DC ya na se wuni asase mpo ne fa DC on kan ese passes 1,000 acres
wow
Ghana fo hu second obi bia wie suku no ma metina fie owie suku a na adwuma da ho because obi bia factories no de begum more because ono ankasa ni video bi o say wanya 62 years na nyame adom na kroko 70 years na nyame de ama na 80 years aka no atam no nya na adwen so obey president bro factories ni de agum sa na we de or the government resources factories ni de bebu okroma nti Ghana fo nyina ngi say oman we ye betimi aye niye na enuoma ewom so no ondidi a uni o wo ye minister ye fa wa betena wa bangalo unkotena government o say maintenance credit ye government bangalo
na government bangalo na yesisi no hwan betena
anu de Ruha obeyi ni tinu mabusa nza akwoshin no
definitely ye be arrangement no de odo opemu no ankasa
me ametim na ba
no a mesra
wa be yi sa akwoshin na because no de e wona dwen mu akwa bi a oba me fie no ohun say krama ni po wo afa de o say obizam say so obeka me ana na msna mo wona dwen mu ko say krama po obizam say ofa me mo
madam hu say de wo na ni wura no it is so ya wild I so ya wild onya
obeka de no de minim wo na wana dwen say no de oba kire ne Gamben bungalow no omo de beye na BIAMAH let's say Ghana for ya pre delegates ni ade ne ya pre na da bia ya to aba ye nya ahwe papa we nsɛm a ɔka no ɔse sɛ NDC ne ba yɛ adwuma MPP ne ba nso yɛ adwuma ɛyɛ ɔmo nyinaa yɛ Ghana fo na obeyi power obema million obebede millionaires ɛwɔ Ghana na wontimi musa Ghana ni $100 million onya ma Ghana businessmen obeyi power Ghana businessmen opese hwe ahaya akwan a yeyi papa bo ne ni anosu ahi akra achimota to nsanwa mu $300 million project e de ma NDC ni de ma no o se ye nya MPP ni bi amfama because omo ni machines MPP omo ni contractors e wo equipment obeyi power party ma bia wo ye chairman for no o ya mo bie 3 companies a ba ku bia no ese se yetimi ma wo be 6 million project wo ye na wo de hwe party no ene ma mo ho ye de yesre Ghana for say wow ya bre ene da bia ye to aba wi ane ye kasa ene ye nya ahwe yesre na menka ansem ba ko a amakwata wo ya afre yewura amakwata busa
Roads and Highways Minister
ai kwesi oyi akwan kwesi amakwata China fo bi koye kwan no munya project no omo ye na ese ofa yewura ansem for parliament ye kofa yewura ansem na $14 million from the bar yeah 40 million yom de eguso na so ma yedwuma na wi o the bar ken ho omo ba ne ho ofie eno de enye obi na ken ken na e ka kire me o so pam wo mo $40 million $40 million no frɛ kwesi amakwata so on hwɛ sɛ ska no mfa nya dwuma fo onye road mo mfa manko nti ken nankasa no
it would be corruption ene niema
we for yoko wo database bi da ho e Kenya Japan ban redu na de ma that time om di buidam ko fa buidam bae no name is upon bi om ye buidam no om di abrofo ne bae was $600 million project omo ye no omo enya one city o ban redu frɛ omo hyedam sɛ obemo mu bibi aye but Ghana nti a project we dey mo bi emfa one city into so mote ase oba na obefa enkane adwuma ne ma no na o dey sa project no ma no unim sɛ eniama no ye kan 100 bi a na bi abrofo de on so madwen ye adwuma omnim sɛ bi besai ne krom ha de pa yakora wo ton omnim sɛ beduru he bebre no omo bebi ntuzu o no de 100 na abeto no akama sa no na abrofo ahu sɛ yenkane a na omo kan ye bi a 50 na omo de aguso na Kenya Japan sɛ ne nka Ghana ni a business sɛ nka wo ba wo salati yi sa ne de aguso ni nyina afri so o supply ade na dufuo betu asika ne ma Kenya Japan bi before na entua o omo ja hokoi e ma dufuo betu ayi no unim omo mpese omo betu asika no asem ni kodi yoko no 2012 Kenya Japan ko yoko nko 56 times asika ne ho na omo hwe no yoko ni ade bia kyese papa no 100 no supply a 20 no omo di gusu a ni nyina eka ho sɛ ne abrofo ne supply no wanyi ba kokora mfisu pepepepe kyese ebroso nti ken no nyankopon hyire nipa obi nti ase na wo hwɛ ebi mutimi nyeska obi minim minister bi a aban wo ye mu minister bi a ne one signatory keke $1.6 million na oje nko onyeska na ada so ode to dan amemba na so ode sika ne koto abuchi ura keneja onyanisi we invest wo Ghana ha nti yesre emabunu no ne Ghana fo nyina se nya ye so na hwe obetimi aye because wa ye bi me hu nti Ghana fo mo enfa abanema no me de na kama de se de ne se last na mi busa Baumia chief of staff bisa friends say but why e din kobo na o se nti na me mafiri o mo kam am se o papa kwase afa ne nsesa na adwen o bia wo ho ese se o timi nsesa wa adwen because Yesu pe ne nyane ne ewu ba me ntimi nyane ne ewu sisi aba na ye beto Baumia wu MPP fo ama Baumia wu o mo ye ne yodium no enkosi hwe ye nyina ki di Baumia chi bet kese Baumia nya daje no no study because ono wo obi a ne nim de wo soro no hwe 2024 ana 2032 ye ne betum ne kakofa Baumia sisi en nkofo ye yodium no o mo ebu aka o msimo won hu ne esteka ekokan woni o se MPP a ba bi ebedu bi MPP a se ken bebo ano ne nipa baako oto sewing machine ne ye de pamade
ne wo besi amama atwemadwen aba bibi so se nansan ya okoto pick up ekoma party se monfa nko kumawu enkonko adentia no no ohia ngane tan wotie ade ochia ne se nipa eho ehia no na wo ben Kenya Japan a na maame ya na mu no me nje kan one city da
meka wa fidie so menje no wansi da ye tu ho acha dwuma ye pese tese se ne ote no obo nipa a wondwen ho nti ye yi yakomam ya so ama ne se ye twa ntra ompam ye mfini nchen ye di ni wansi di ompam ye mfini nchen oye no kwalifo nti ade a ohia no no ohia bibia wo
akwafo ebeben no mo se no ma ya na ade etasi ne se mampanyin no ne hu ni asem ne hu ni kekae bia na momo atwa no ho ahia no wo
na nado tie na nado oye no kwalifo obi anim na nado wo krom ha enso wo ma atwa ne ho no wo hu din a yama na nado abenya sisia na ken de masa o ben no na wo be ye rofa masa ye ba bimu no no wa tese ye be how adwen trust me ye be how adwen mame inti mbapa ne ye ne niema a oye no o dabi ye makwan because wasumo man ya che wo hwe free time o de ba parliament ene ne waye ma MP bia be ko ne ho sei na kana yo we waye sei amamio adansidie ne nanu ya ye be kokumasi muslim for ba campaign office ene omo be bompa ye ma no omo buru be nipa be 300 imam for we for omo say 2007 ene omo di salak ne Japan start ye obro omo omo say yakrosu meka kra no kwa ofa omkofo ndi omko meka na ototo computer ne ade de ma emranti a omo ye muslim say kokontokwa ne ade no enwo omo kosuan ne omo nyi obi a wo na adwuma ye munya bibi na mudin na ho ne ehunu say ampa me be ye MP me be ye minister no stay ne mayama enipa ne nipa na eni hu adanse
eti mu hwe say the campaign akofom ne mokwa say the delegate fo yi ehia mo enkoye say bia ye hunu mo ne ye bo station na mo medru ho no de a ye de aba na ebefa ba bu gidi sa samu a ken edenam no delegate na atom o ma gi atom
mami biama obi ne otena yi a bible say wo ye ni yi a ka wani ma anya den na wo ye delegate na akoma delegate 20 Ghana ye ko ba bia we kra o yi ni ho a kire no ba bia be ko bia ne nipa ne bia 1800 no ama 100 1008 no bia 100 Ghana na hwe 16 region no ebi ha be kona ebi 800 ebi 1000 ebi 1002 ebi 1004 na delegates no almost say polling station executive omo hu bi that this is the first time since from 1992 you started see to aba omo hu say president bi aba omo na so da ni nyina ye de fam panifo no so we dey o empower
to the roots
yes o kire omo say oni ono ye youth president into on the need
no form
for starting into a form for so do so chen esro for problem no oh sise wo hwe esro ho a omanu omu yanko omto aba ne ntem omanto ne ntem na akwa we dia bebom no omunim se be yesa sise esro wa ye se but ye be more pressure no manka so
Alex unse mo twa so kra ne fan komo no mrewe
e me hwe Ghana fo ne omu hu Kennedy mobo no omu hu se enuema wa ye nyina ache se opoman yi nti semfumso obi na abampo ne bi o akasa tia obi waye bibia Ghana fo yemfa ne nyina nto ho na yenhwe niema papa na yama Ghana emwa na Yesu kura no unum se Yesu okohwie nkofo niema gu wasoro ndem
so ka moto chacha wasoro no ko bo mo ma
ebi no satam ne nkofo akoje men's gold ska wo e de to chacha nya omfa so na okohwie ni nyina gu ye ni ken nti ye bufuo oye nipa bia wontosin no na se onye nipa yemfa nche na yenhwe ni obetimi aye because ya brene and politician ye say and politician omo waye omo nye say we ye businessman o say obeye den oba Ghana o magana ye foforo na monsam chofo we de on de oni ma wo
me da say Alex me da say yenu abema Alex Tete or ye Eastern Regional Patron for Ken Japan campaign and na ote say ye no ebo enkomo na braso se wonso obetimi afre na wa contribute na fe ya ansa na ya ba ye main issues no eso 0302243540 0302243540 ye Ken ohene Japan and na call. Hello, good afternoon.
Afternoon.
Yami adumo udi ni baby afrefi yanko.
I read Dr. Ntoine into my committee. Mestre Yenianum as a man from Asama, yes, no more free. Yes, there are the company. Yet, pass on the company money, but myself, I will be on a to. I said, number of a bid. I said, I say, what I said. Oh, we were if you about for that get moved to by mass messy. If you know one, if you know, John, who has a what I said, but they will mount the panel. It we are sana yen ye of a company binia ye best campaign.
Oh, na sa nya bia oni obi ata na wadi obi
Oh,
ata.
because what you that but how say you can't do on my figure on say be can.
Oka den.
Okay.
Oka den.
Now, what said I want sana you be no one and that's chip about ma. Eh, so because I chineka.
Ate medase. Medase pi. Medase. Ate. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Mami Biama. And what we are Okromansa and a Maso and someone.
Yanko.
You, my brother, Tete, a memoir, Ethiopia, Oba and Sama Drediswa. Mina Maji campaign seminar for Pa, me bo Eduma Wadri, Edema, Panine Kennedy, a Japan. It is a Ubisa Francois, our Namoa, or Becca Bidiatro. Mami Biama, and Nelson. Kennedy, or you know, at Japan, I didn't bet the idea. As I say, or then will be a bit in your breaking 8, you know. Number and you, my papa, his excellency, and another Dampa Ekufado. What to me, why you know, his excellency, I Canada, Japan, bet me at Twas War. As I say, they had the Canada Japan, and the platform swap. Or no bet with the necessity, both Akatra John Jamani Mahama said, maybe many presidents that announced me to go to Kwamsika. Media factory. Media way. At the phone name and when me say delegate. Almost his excellency, Canadian Japan, incoming, Obama National, assembly or yet to many mono. When me, I will say, obey me, as I say, that you didn't come on, you know, I have near Penamua. Your son is I bida.
Medase pi. Hello, good afternoon. Beba Jodi ni baby afrefi. Oche yanko.
He was talking about businessman. Donald Trump, the worst president in American history, is Donald Trump. Everybody's a businessman. My mom is different from the woman they do. But me, that's how I know one can. So, who's your home? So, I say, I just hear any idea. I am saying you. You know, Ghana engineer, you know, I can't know. Ghana engineer, engineer, I look at also engineer. I mean, I'm a Uncle Sam.
Medase pi. Hello, good afternoon. Ajani mo yanko.
Ajani mo ni. Ani ayi abo akwa. Ani ya tedi o. Why?
Ajani mo wari. Hello. Yo, yada sipi. Yada papa ajani mo. Abe boy nyum. Hello, good afternoon. Hello. Hey, engrofo na ti ahoma. Hey, engrofo na ti ahoma. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, I'm a
Yami adum na so we di ni baby afrefi.
Oh, well, I'm
Yeah, go. Yes.
I saw a long service for one papa. One papa, well, come credit for one too many da. It's a way coming to bed, but everything I can say, I want to have power. Hey, I know this is about power. If you put to work at the boom, want to work at the boom, if you put to my power. One part like I said, another will partner with the poor. Move back to me, da, again more. Move back to me, da. What the performance I want to say? I don't know, Mahama. I have a year than I do, and then you can have a and then you will be a Mahama. It's Mamma, will be untrue. Mamma,
Medase pa. Hello, good afternoon. Pacho dini baby afre. Yes.
Rush hour ni o.
Rush hour do mo radio no why?
Yo,
Ai kasa.
Me a me dia me see. Ejako Kenya biu. Ofani de Baumiao. Tramanteu. Yan na ya fuku baku. Baku wini a yan tanechi. Ye sa na tawato ba yan temu a ya se e tinya tumi bloki. MPP fo ni nyamu se ya dinya wa ndisi mu papa. And to say a person I could now so for another 8 years demo ya baku. And yes a fire fear after 3 years. Bye bye.
Eda Sippy. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Pacho. Hey, Alaji one.
Hey, BIAMAH police.
Alaji no yanko.
You me bow about dog yai. You so be kasano ye be bon abasu. Na BIAMAH te se de kan de biano. Ye pe info no nyina omoko akantie no. Omo nyina fie baako, ma baako, papa baako. Ye be kwa akoto aba wie na de obeba di kan no. Ye nyina ye be boa ye ho na ye ka wo de kono nji. His Excellency Nana Ado Dankwa Akufo-Addo ajima pa obeya uma o my Ghana. Ye pese NDC be sa back ata de ekwetiri. Me amikata me support chief Kojo Alan Chomantin. Onu so MPP baba bia oka pa na o machichiro o my no. The two be ya Kojo Alan Chomantia o bia ne hoju ena onu so owo ni die onu so wa so my no pa MP ye besre ya ba rejesu kata no o munyina o bia no ha wo ya outai NDC ni bia no o mu ye MP4 yan pampa bo bia kai ni candidate ki ye pa na yan kasa kapem ye kotu abanu bi na de obedi nkunim no yan nyina ntai ni pa quality na ye break it na no my no cause of me to my pafra woni nyam ya.
Meda Sialaji, hello, good afternoon.
Hello.
Pacho dini baby afre.
Pacho, your friend Kwame Adombo Atin, if you see Adenta.
Yo, Kwame yanko.
So, Mammy Yankupon Shao na Unshia no producers. Kake can say, let me say, my no, I can say, I'm on your can say, it can say, a quanya and Ado, Eddie Ghana, Afaso, and the MPP, you know. They mean don't party there. And so, say 2024, able to Obama MPP there, Paris for my Ghana. Because Nanado, Amambu, the Ghana court a chief, Amabu or Mabuno there. Yen to me, emphasis to pay if it says, must say or minor corruption. You can say Mahama is corrupt. And so, I can another among the year who send you a compare. Ikakira ne tintin ne say yen timi to aba ma MPP 2024 irrespective of obi biara on beto ama no bi that
Menso me das abusuafo ha ene ye de encourse ni nyina ebesi eye memanti na waso ego a wotie na ha ye neat 100.9 bo na ya twe ne sabasa ne sre IMF si ade nyame adom ejebo eja enya bedru kinkai Ghana $3 billion bailout no esi ade wo mo approve amaye na PURC wo mo so say electricity tariffs and afa gas tariffs wo matum 18.39%. When one say second quarter, first quarter and a buy, second quarter near one day 18.39% near across board. It is third quarter beba and sana fourth quarter ba ye de mafi akwa area. It woma tum and a Supreme Court so ashe se yera jachi question yenyi din every emrashebe dwam enkrata bia mu inu kwan ese o friend ho so emrashebe dwani so aya ye ma ni so aye ede ne si akonwa se mrahye bedwane eyemfom so kase tia omenye amamra empo aba wo mokoto ye ede yi no se wo ye mrahye bedwane wona ede nkunimu mu no nyina etia omenye amamra ehonsem no efa bi edaso a ewo kwota wo mo etwe ho daire nsem we ni nsanka ya hodo na awiai yebesi ne koso na yetimi abobo mu na yehunu baby asusai ede bode ho no befa na mira ya wasanita no e wa hase political analyst Lawrence Kwesi entry onam kwan so awoba enchi obedru ha na Emmanuel Adote Alote ono na ye parliamentary candidate for Anya Soutium constituency in the name of NDC womo ababeka me ho e wa hase ti bisa sanita no na Alote womo de nyame adom o mabeka me ho enti ye no won be hye enkontwetwe no ase epa mocho memamo akwabo enye yellow sisi ketwa na me she da pa ela me say yellow sisi dey for corner putting am for jaw waiting dey cause am money balava Alote, congratulations.
Thank you.
How was it? Mr. Dan, the man
all the time.
How was it? I mean, BPI, of course, if me young fan no day of elections, no, day of elections, no, young here, then is it here, you declare the euphoria and everything. Tramponica craft say.
That's mommy. Mommy, for when you win, she will be nothing so in that radiasi. Me dear in dear. I see it as a big miracle from God, because my co election several times away a year, one of the most difficult ones for me.
How difficult? And
very tough for me.
Wow.
In the sense that a kanyama a year niyama against me.
Wow.
Seriously, niyama against me. But in your name, I know God is going to pull me through. I knew. Now at a point in niyama fighting was the margin between me and the second person. Yeah, I knew I'm going to win. I know God has done it already. Because me bibiano, I don't have any other person apart from the Almighty God. And I face me say nobody can defeat God. Nothing can defeat God. And my first said I can say manyame. I feel so me ndamasi because Jerry ni odame campaign ekosi ye pa ewa. Now mami the night the constituency the night before the election. Now, sorry, my mean that me paying for so as constituency no. Me do biansi constituency executives. Ne branch executives nyina me do biansi. Na fin so me team, wonderful team.
Wow.
Yes, a very formidable one.
Team Alote.
Yes, me work communication research. Mo bejuma ye pa. Because ammunition say they threw against me. Yeah,
power, both physical and
yes,
spiritual.
Powerful, but microphone now everything be they were able to handle everything. And me comes and research team no. Microphone mudano Ra Gilbert, no Drew and Alasan Ishak Shehu. These two guys were able to lead the team. They were able to lead the team. Marvelous team to perform and work. And I think so we set up campaign teams in our 13 electoral area. And me campaign managers in all the 13 electoral area. I mean sure be Mosu Bojume. I feel paying for more what the various years. Me was some elders Bishop Mills, Mr. Pascal, paying for me for Monsieur Kona, Mosu Bojume. I mean sure munina. Me do be and I feel constituency. I feel so in Crawford me don't call away contest no. All the other aspirants. Me do be because Omunzo I wouldn't know say I can stretch myself to this point. I think even a day after, no, I felt like I was sick. And me do be asking Babangida, Alaji Mahmoud Babangida, on no friend, I say honorable Canadian.
But he's already chosen.
And honorable Alaji Babangida Amadou, a Michiano, and I feel so me and my sister, Janet Katura, on also Genebi.
Oh, okay.
Michiano, so no born no more empire. And I feel so the last person, no, Ajia Mariam Zakari, on also Genebi. So Munina, ya dear pa, me do Munina see. Because if they are not coming to the race, no, maybe I wouldn't know, say, there are things I could do. Me to me, yeah, me do say. And I think I also thank the station very well. I mean, in fact, from I think it started from December, then yeah, easy. But if the last day to the election, and I mean, say I didn't end that form. I have to have organized meeting in 13 electoral areas one night. And to be a meeting after 11. And delegates, I mean, sure, they all sat and waited for me for that number of hours. No,
wow.
Yeah, it's me call all the 13.
Who got down one place and now
every electoral area.
Wow.
We have meeting place. If any ward, until we have ward meeting grounds, and say we free all the coordinators. I mean, sure all the coordinators. I mean, sure be all the 13 coordinators in the national team. I mean, sure munina before munina say meba. Until we start here, me when you come my east electoral area. Until me coordinator say me friend no, man 7 p.m. We start here. It's called Lomnava, and so we draw 8 and so on and so forth. The coordinators were able to organize the people. The last place I make around 11. That is Anya East electoral area. Patrick also entry. Yamishano. On also age name. But me drew on be say Charlie on my bread. And they were going to sleep. Omuti say Mabano. Obi Johnny. It's a big electoral area is very big. They all came back to sit down.
Every electoral area and the best
average of 100 delegates. A delegate is 1,846. And the average of maybe Hona are the biggest. We had about 216 delegates. Somewhere 140 and so on. So average of 100. When you night train, then on election day, no, mommy, me say, yeah, Makobisa and say me by 5 I was in the school. Me call rounds. It started say me 90 from 5 no. Until the election 4 o'clock. And Nasi. With the queue, me pan for show. And me did you just water. Just water. I mean pacho. And I feel so. Eja o pacho nunzu. Na nkrofo moon tinzu. Na o hwe na umamuti akra.
Uzunya bi no.
Party. Na rice water. Ne ekwe be me ni we na si kaka o kim nyina enya easy. Nti around to no say chale my bread. I said no way. I have to stand. And I feel once it's a human institution, no, there'll be 1 or 2 issues in terms of EC register and there were issues I have to go and shout some more. Na eja, I said, "Obiya say, you will me was Sukura Russia, Accra, because normally you are too gentle, or a banker, and I work with school. And that on that day, dear, me Sukura Russia live in Kakreba, and send a for the kind, etiwa, Kakre, on that day." I mean, it was fun at the same time, hard work on that day. My opponents, so Charlie, a month last year, Mundam Kiuno, may Catano Biso, 3 polling centers, and say, maybe what center A, no Biso, easy. They are frame you, about how to call. No, not on say, Obitino, Tina, milk, what tea, no, and I, and I'm in the doors of bread, and to this, you have to also run there.
And make sure I also
now, would the turn down? Any good fruit?
No.
My man,
I can't never be a
intimate one. I say, hey, went down hole. Open it to station B. I don't know. It's in because you can't move. And the so you have to go there. That's what me.
It's a quite an experience.
I'm telling you, easy. And you know, now some small watch be. I'm the room the crowd.
That's all.
Jegusana. Eja able for. And I see a BBB and say, I have a kind first polling center. And you know, this second, I winning by 18 votes. I think on 2 14, maybe 196. I'm in jubilation. I've been in for no. Obinium. And I'm saying, no, we was around it. Indeed.
You're going to brand so.
Indeed. I mean, say, my opponent in the second. No, sir. Sir, okay. Into me say, now, meeting one of my informal bumper, Alaji Deku, it was Santa Maria, one of the Zongo chiefs. On the Suka party, and on Uti, and I say, oh, let me tell you. Intimity is a man, and I say, I said, no. And we said, winning. Maybe I knew.
Yeah.
My focus was on the margin. Because I wanted to stretch down. No, say, I didn't know. You were painful.
You win. Be hard to say.
Intimity is okay. And I said, the second police center, no, you bought a whole margin was very big in tech. Cancel 18 difference, no. And I'm in Crawford on the ground, a frame. I'm now leading from the second police center. And the one answer frame is, oh, you are now also leading in the third police center. Also big margin. So where we need? Me farm because away. Because I know say me we need here. At the end a human institution.
Yeah.
I say obiara need a healing process. Eti o say you say the same thing can etwa here. Ebi any in a hospital. It take me 3 days. Ebi 1 week, only 2 weeks. Obiara everybody has a way of managing pain. Me for instance, if I don't win, and can be frame microphone na yakoboko. Obi wa on here. So I read in between the lines. Let me say Debbie, I have to move from the place. And I had a lot of guys on the ground, so I'm monitoring. And see, because if you just opposite the school, because if you don't move friends, I remember back. We stand back, but we buy still, and I miss cover. Yeah, and I think it has to do with don't say Obia feels say you have invested time, energy, and money. Yeah. I know, but in your name, I think say at the end of the day, Obia, I bet say no, then for baby and twin chain and continue with Obia say, and I believe say with time no. We make Campbell because we are now going to organize a thank you tour. They say, my friend, one of the aspirants, on the way to me say, because I know it's a bit too early. I know say by next weekend, and I said, it's Friday, and Saturday 1 week. I believe by Saturday Sunday, now I said then we embark on thank you tour. I say. Mami, I think I've given you a nice picture of me. Now watch anything there easy.
Hey,
I'm telling you.
So what was the margin?
And maybe 591. And near I think 488.
Okay.
And a third person 388. Wow. And the last person 2 something. And I think 10 out was about 1,600. People, they turn out in THA. And the margin between me and the first was 104 votes. Kind of 104 votes. And can say me said 250 votes. No one saying paying for a game. No. But I know what God me, to be frank with you, the figure I will get. Okay. So I knew what I was going to get. But I wanted to come 2 figures. I don't know. ABR now person me ABR and say me fair the higher one. No. Okay. I was thinking, what do I do? What do I do? But I knew say the second one it will come to 4. So I saw everything. Me every election I see my figures and everything. Okay. If I win, yeah, it's a gift.
National one 2024.
Normally no one say we start in Paibono. Yeah. Maybe some few months to the election. No. But me, what I know in my heart is say next general election there, any John Mahama, you know, you winning. I figure some there in Sankai. I know say start fasting and prayers, no few months to the election. Everybody. And everybody. Yes, everybody. My last election say my first contest in the general election. Whatever I got, and I knew I saw it.
Okay.
Normally me who regional have to pray and work on it and change it. Yeah.
So too spiritual as well.
Very spiritual. I mean, I depend on God. I know just say I'm holy. Is it work out your own salvation with fear and trembling? Meaning say yeah.
That's great.
That's great.
Together. That's great. Oh, congratulations once again.
Thank you.
I'm so happy for you. In fact, na me because I was in the studios. Me be share when I say I think I got here around 11 a.m. And me by na some of my colleagues were already here. Eja me ba ya ho mache no. Be 6 a.m. news.
Oh, okay.
Me we na me call back. Me call boa me ho nti me do have by 11. Me ba na asha say e kokọ kwa ye gusu. So nti me to one am say me body ya lote na maintain nka me na o call me ref ya nya so tu. Na me ref anya so tu. Body be one and then I cause say e one obi send me message. Say me can
Okay.
it obi send me message so alote has one am say rade me da say. Rade me da say.
On the first now me ba no ha no. Normally she's the one you send the Ajua someone.
Oh okay.
She's my daughter.
Oh okay. Okay.
I think she's no more here. And also we got crab nyame sorry. She was going to give birth now. So no. Ajua someone. I think Marjorie ni pa. Okay. Me ba nti normally no send no as a correspondent to our place. Nti no oba she will come and look for me. Nti almost all the elections she will look for me. Whether I'm the one standing or not, no. She will look for me to give her the information. I say see only one nti.
Oh. Don't worry. 2024 I will assign somebody. Oh, congratulations once again. Mr. Dan okay be a no.
MAAME. The sweat,
Yeah.
The sweat losing your parliamentary seat can never be wiped away.
Even after
by pieces of papers in hands of a multitude.
No.
One can't cry about cash.
They want Mugabe. Oh, but I go attack upon so predict say. I said, when it ye. Put them you po.
I can want to swear
about it. You be mafia. You be match boot for boot. Oh,
I am happy because now we're sitting on 10.
Yeah.
During your news now, what's happening? And of course, I meet you. Said you know, my friend is about one fact.
What?
About two Musa. Thank hostess team no.
Yeah.
Mother, the other contestants seriously. Also, share figures no. They are very
They really work.
And so see, it's incumbent on them, especially the contestants. Omuba bua, or more forge ahead. Just the main election. Because opinion notices our year MP also all challenge the Agba. Comment on LGBT. Obama Ghana is a case in Yana.
You say them say LGBT no be a year fence landmark.
Yes.
On members of parliament.
Exactly.
Who by you declare stance.
Papa or support LGBT. It is published. Enti omon to abentiano. Right? Enti enonti na make sense. No mu yedwuma. Delegate
yeah.
Members omo ho ahin omo ho. Ofofo omo ho nyina. Munhu se LGBTQI+. Ya di obi am peso. Nti station so ye badamase. Somebody mo anu tu mu. Na ye propagate ye nto. Na delegate amano. Special thanks. Here to the here is so be lose immediately no be sorry. But calm down. No mu nyina hu. Yeah, MP. Mo be benefit. Because me I do it. And he will ensure say he will rob you into. Say be at the oil. And be better train. E do bi biara. Many. Unfortunately, third in the adult. I would be mom. Any aduane would be mom. This is how we have.
The higher are you, highest bidder.
This is how we have reduced our body quality. And me wa no more.
Serious.
More frame na men can check. no money ma.
Oh. Yeah, I was just watching Mo.
Ebi no more there ABA for say. Or never. I'm sure say media and the just will never forget.
Oh, he will never. Maybe he will come back.
It was not just about proverbs. He was on his feet. Parliament. He
was very instrumental.
Yes. Nti Emiya pass ABA when he but I'm grateful since the former president in his accept. Hey, making sure said the yes possible meeting 17 Uzu is the best thing to do. To assure them of being part of the Beya. They will not be manipulated by the other side. It's very possible. They did a yeoman's job. Very peaceful. They say MPP. Court said.
At the end of the day, what we need is peace.
Peace.
That's all. It's also central when we need. Omunyina Joso, Misatano, Omunyina Joso. Afeyanre na yankangum alote me chance ya wo so si ade ejabo. They say una a fresh guy awaba. Now, you for now.
Yo, Mami.
IMF approves Ghana's 3 billion bailout. They say, as you understand, what does it mean?
Mami, I'm about approval. What they mean is, whatever conditions of Mumayeno, maybe an Yadum, it may in some kind of about 90-95%, we have fulfilled all the conditions precedent to the approval. And it means they can best start say but it will come in tranches, 6 tranches, and 3 billion straight to us. And Timothy said the first tranche will be $100 million. That is the meaning. And I think so approval I best say the money will not come this month. I'm sure maybe the first week in June before the money will not come into our account. And it's a good news because Mami only say with the economy no matter how it goes the effort will be how. Call I say we talk watch here and MPP for watch it and this for watch it.
I mean, you just last Saturday. I mean, and I'm sitting.
Okay.
We do have no budget, so budget. And I'm saying, Obi ayati fu also. And I'm saying, me 50, me 30. Because you deserve 30 cedis. It's normal. Me man 30 cedis. Because I cheat. Because I said me bow. You said catch transport if we say more reduce
by 10%.
Oh, now more here who at the so why are you still at that
price? Inti if say approval, it's a good news and it's a huge boost to the economy. One say me can say IMF economy apart from Sikano, we are also going for policy credibility and confidence in the economy. These are the things we lost, the access to the international capital market because for the investors, they watch all these things. They are very particular about these things, and they share how you can pay back, and that's the reason why all the credit ratings, you're feeling, because say your default risk, is very high, and the IMF, apart from money, first of all, confidence in the economy will go up, policy credibility also be better, and I feel so there will be technical advice. Meaning I like it, I say school headmaster or cracking, or should be a finance ministry, they can't just do their own thing. If you in the finance ministry, and you be who watch them. Recently, if you remember, even IMF has to query BOG on some, activities. So the same thing is going to happen. The approval that ABS say, the same thing will happen in the economy now. They will take center stage of everything. So you can't just do any allocation. And I say, you can just take the money I AD, there will be maximum control on everything. Those are the 3 billion by the current rate. It's about 35 billion Ghana cedis. Now, even central bank, to me, print is central government over 42 billion. So, what will 3 billion do? No. The focus is on confidence. However, probably our credit ratings will go up and we can go back to the international capital market. And I think so the confidence in the investor community. As I say, no, IMF, cracking, directing, now offer her, and yet these are the things and I say just about a week ago, I think 2nd May, if all MPs emergency meeting to approve $750 million. So that is even huge amount as compared to the first tranche. Meaning says can never in there. And yeah, but the fact said they are not part of the system now. That is where some of us with the people in that area now, we are watching. And we buana sisani and we're able to manage the things well. Because I mean the question is recklessness, mismanagement. Adena, young touching. These are the things. Because when say borrowing mismanagement and recklessness. And then IMF, I know all these things will be corrected. And it's a good news. I know say by June, the man will come. Don't forget say national reserve. Last time I checked, it's about 2 weeks import cover. Between 2 to 3 weeks import cover. And then also meaning say it will boost our, the national reserve, the reserve. It will increase our import cover. Then also be born. And say so, Yamanaji will also stabilize the exchange rate because we are not paying our debt. We are not paying domestic debt, which includes people locally and foreign people who have invested, in domestic bonds into here. We've also applied for foreign debt, even suspension. There's not much pressure on the exchange rate. It will boost our supply end. Meaning, say, the exchange rate will be a bit stable at a point. No, we say, no, everything will be stable. So for me, it's a good news, and I hope say first week in June in Sabekes Kano, and after so I hope say the finance ministry, and the economic management team, will give them the chance to direct them. We shouldn't do anything untoward. We shouldn't hide anything from them. I believe say it will help us a lot, Mami. Yeah, it will change a lot of things because the mismanagement is still in the system. So these are my few and first comments on the IMF deal.
Mr. Azanitano. Hey. Kafa.
Yeah, Kafa.
So.
Na nka sɛ 23 Boko South fit no madi omu register nkrofo otwam
Boko South residents
nti me say yes I me said from 16 17 this month oh yeah asa na 23rd to 24th so why Kronso 30th to movie we are means that he will be clocking around organizing Yes.
School sa wo ho ana say.
School sa wo ho. Ya me ya manu yes. Me nim na me.
Okay.
But me na ya ba ko. Ya adwuma wo. So you can a group. Muni asidom. That man doing their PhDs.
On sponsor one.
Yes.
Wow.
Through the
Okay.
right. Because funds have not been released consistently. He has a way of meeting the authorities in various schools to douse the fact how most school fees. He, every now and then, speaking on behalf of Ghana government, he has done a yo man. Not only the black, across the country.
Na me sure na ye bom pa ese baby odi na ni a kire na awurade mo ma se ni so ade emrem.
Remember we but the hacker clan say I promote him like yeah bibia a government America. Now for now more around almost now how could you promote somebody in the MPP
and speak against the government?
But part of politics I didn't nya what out here you said I didn't na me te hada me praise
because papa
you understand the next time you say bibi na me that correct so when that one say we relate you can as I can obo bre here na ke ska de ba wa an kan profo go bro to musu ade no doesn't chance you make come ma me come other roman nti ma me ba IMF bailout ya do te akasa now I will speak a man plus analyzing it from the point of view. Precedents have that is for memo. It is that angle in a memo. But he rarely mentioned that this 600 million is a drop, which I agree with him. Because they don't cry, I don't know. And you understand. Nti mame, Osanso can be Adote can be said. It is a good news because the camp of the process here subsequent to me enya otieno na yako. Because you see, marketing ya raise over $11 billion. Now you are the potential pie because a monumental project. Yes, I allow the same people to go to the bond market. And you see, IMF should have realized that we are entering election period. We are already in it, I'm telling you. And I have consistently said, yes, there was so my also Timby. But yes, I asked the ones why. When him there been in a word in a no you know what be paint
in a boss or in the background no in
no fa o mama ya hunu bi pen ya hunu anya se president ka twam kakra wo ya hu consistently and continuously until for you to dole out another money into their hands misro
I want to buy election.
I can assure you say with the approval no crop by now they have started champagne in their various homes. Office.
Well, me tete senka 600 million in a urban from be party.
What do you know the young fan can say propaganda from
I mean him say no crowd that's what I heard.
Young fans I know the media I don't believe. I know the propaganda from the other world.
Okay.
But the take can be. Sir, a friend is 600 your money.
Ba fe na be ba.
But you almost say Friday night hit look, MPP, they can sell a summer coat, a summer coat to you in winter. No more convinced who said the winter is more hotter than summer, and you will believe it and back. Me how they let I'm not sure make her. I'm call communication meeting now. And that is what I love them for. They can't say man yellow shame. They green. Oh, every network. Yes, Obi Asana.
Not even works.
We don't Solomon Asante to her or say exogenous factors. Now, the other one, so Nanake also say exogenous factors. They rhyme around. Until we are the and I love them for that. They can kill themselves for their commitment. Obi accident, instead of the hospital or bathroom. No, person a treaty no and so on. First time in the history of this country, get me an imposter in parliament through MPP. First time in the history of Ghana, Obi da stretcher so near Kotrina ba. On found how too many you know ko.
Yeah, all call when accident or PIG.
I make say instead so be hospital or come bathroom. You understand? Until for them they will kill themselves for their party. Well, you know they have done so many strange and dangerous things. Right? Now, Mame, Sassika way I bay. They were taking $750 million after exempt. A bar, a stable. What the started free e-levy. It was the game changer. Every minister outed that the e-levy was going to ensure say acquire a fast in the big crowd in room. And Ru the almost $750 million ever free egg. Oh, economy no a best is little do we know that before the arrival of the $750 million 337 Ephraim they were to be used to arrange for payments. As we speak, 13 million. It was alleged it was arrangement fee for 700 million. 700 million. So we knew, say, 450 million was needed by the BDCs to bring crude. And at that time, so we were to pay interest of $1.5 million. This kind of 500. In the end, I was saying, a DM partner 750, a best stabilizer. And yeah, that's what you win. So, for the exchange rate, if 3.9, you said 3.8, what do you find 4? No, what do you call 16, 15, and what do you find 14? Now, say, and then, and then, on what transfer, man, I do 12, and then 11, 10, 12, 11, how baby? You have 10 a year. What chance I'm gonna do 10 boy and say mom. And interestingly, like I told you about their communication style. So you have borrowed more than almost say you people are making a mistake. You don't calculate the things on nominal values. Majority crab as support to almost we calculate based on percentage. Now for far better. And yet we're trying to calculator. Now pa. More if we look at the percentages now. Yeah, we have borrowed less compared. Hey, and what the way where which ml 500 ml. That's what the cashier no. To me, who the difference?
Yeah, 1.5. And
to me, who difference? Where you have special eyes. Where you 500 ml now? Then 1.5. But they will quantify it in terms of percentage. No more can borrow more than you, and everybody will be touting that across the various stations. Solomon Antia and the King or Munina and Asemo calculators or Mukanation bagging. It is 600 years and I'm quite so bay. Mammy, Miss Romujan Vitao. It was Suman Crawford. No,
and I am a physician near the Baba.
There be another take care of medical concluding. Or say, and they themselves have said it. Say, IMF indeed, the Bank of Ghana. I also will name me say, me name. And then another damn we know the kind of institutions we have. Any of this in Otari Bank of Ghana. And yeah, no, Bank of Ghana. Now, it's the kind of you said IMF, Edinburgh monitor the usage. Tell you say IMF microphone mobile delegate or someone monitoring team. No. Say you could not correct one year or no. And man be a man na mama kwan contract. Na ye 200 nam say would the quotation be a pay a quarter of a kilometer so. Ya ye bibia na ma media betu me say ma ko ze ko de. Me ne wa na ye ba be ye election so. 30 years ka. Instead of that 200 peg a quarter of a kilometer then 1000. Only pave way no. And no be use can fee system ni mu. And this thing that I'm telling you, and ya idea me try and throw. Contracts mu and on be sika na fee. On paper and IMF or monitoring team no on be assess say how much did you use for road A to B? No more try to almost probably video evidence say a kwan way ya yet so and so. Na kwhwe ekwan no they will cut the best of the asphalt layer no in terms of price. Happening. From the other two ya we say ko say enya kwan ya.
Ana moye ne sa na hwan na mo bona bro.
Ana sa bro no na ya boy ho sa bedu ne. This is where I fear. This is where Miss Romu Jamfita is kind of what by mistake. You don't know what is happening. This is election period. In this assess under the year by what dear, me up to some June, me up to by September. But who any dress na horo, any cars are horo be release, any more houses they will put up in the bushes, more houses they will buy. They know, say the election that is coming is a goner for them. Enti, and ya fe no mbe hu Ghana ni mobo, no ma crocro says can have bad and afe the enfanye ntujuma. What they will do, and they say, prior to this election, I say scan ba, on the cat so that kesia of projects, and the brim crofo ni so. They won't to me. They say obuko toje. Say we musa video obuko toje pa. Kuma di omo kire ohwanya agro. Mo cap. Hey, now you're the cap where vote. It tells you some microphone bread. Into your more cap, no one cap, no cromogeno, or sunlight. Everybody want to get something. Go and eat. And not to tell you some microphone bread. No more did. You put to you make a mom. From home to one district one. Consistently, they tell us about 120. What's on the tax? About few or more so. It's a good. The Koyan, I say.
Abusian for NIT 100.9 waso egua utie no Facebook Live. Musa Abatwa, NPP has polarized our democracy with money. They are sharing money items and goods like Kelewele in Kumawu for upcoming by-elections. I hope and pray the people of Kumawu will vote based on their living condition. After making life worse for citizens, you are influencing them with money to vote for you. Noah the Ark Builder. Inside Kokomlemle, the reasons why every right-thinking Ghanaian should go for Honorable Kennedy Ohene Japan is that he's the only man that is able to employ over 7,000 workers, so we can trust him when it comes to employment. He's the best to lead because he's Mr. No-Nonsense. He's the people's person, the man that watches the watchman, man of good credibility and great substance. That is why many call him man of truth. Ken is for all and all is for Ken. Peter Dako, NYC BIAMAH, ma wanonye na yento ma Ken. Na onona obetumi aje NPP SEA. Reverend Peter Dako Kaswa of our call and odifri bae. Basi amweni Peter Papa watching you live from Asamanka say, good afternoon, please tell NDC, the NDC candidate in the studio, that he won, but in 2024, NDC party will lose again. Regards to Honorable Kennedy Ohene Ejapon, our next president, and Odame Foundation. Hey, go Dame Ohene Foundation, and Hawaii Foundation. Frederick Kojo Sego, or say volume no ever from Mijili Somaya Ama, Emo Apeja Amao. Abnapia is watching us live, Emmanuel photo and video. Kudos to Mr. Alote. Is it Alote or Alote? Alote. Okay. For winning the NDC primaries, but I'm sorry he will still remain in opposition since we are ready for him and is desperate and former president whose policy is to build. Hey, Ghana for. Hey, Samu. Well, Agunaba MP from Kaswa Adam Nana. It's my prayer that is the prayer of the NDC that IMF will not support the government, but they are not God. And that shows how evil they are. Ghanaians should not give ears to NDC and MAAME. Alan is the best to lead NPP to break the aid. My regards to Honorable Mavis Hawakumsin. Agonaba NP. Kasoa. And Onokreya side way. But I think that I've already read that one. Odame ene Magjerry mpamucha omo ma mensa enka tablet no na omo ede WhatsApp messages abano menken kan kama emfa emma wo neat 100.9 ena wason egua otie no. PURC 18.39% of electricity and gas tariffs across board increase. Tatano. See ade yes. Where your second quarter.
Interestingly, they keep on preaching so much feel free. Free.
Yeah, some.
Now, when you say IMF, yeah, but yeah, put to. Just say IMF, Bank of Ghana. Yeah, IMF, Babel review.
Whoa!
Look, we are in crisis, and we are in danger of a foreign manipulation as a result of our incompetence.
Whoa!
To the point that Ministry of Finance, residence advisor, Bank of Ghana, so a residence advisor, right? In teachers say our economy has been hijacked by foreigners. Actually, on my way, my member tariffs.
Wow.
You see, I'm a note here now. My better here now. Me send the WhatsApp to department. No, your water bill. Department. 2 people. When I paid much, I had a credit. So buy it for. Buy now. Receive.
Oh. Where did you go wrong?
And here I'm here to go to their outfit. Because per the usage, you know. The previous ones I multiplied by 2 by 100, so 10. You see, I multiplied by 300. And I am telling this government, the baby omudi ye do no. They will tell you so. No, and you regulator na ye. No man. Government, you have a say to protect the sanctity, your own party and government. And this is consistently no mamu to one ye increase. Now we say, who per se private sector no a travel specialized. Yes, you are free so na ya so na you go into emo. Yeah, the electricity na a train in suyo no fi asase. Na ya dia fanfidi ahuro mu and also electricity. And you use. And some to me as ama yenya bi. Until when you keep increasing the cost of utilities like that, you are rather killing local industries. Mame, it affects every single company. It doesn't matter whether it's a bank or not. Because banks, you know, every bank, no, a pipe, the home
washrooms
exactly. The home because everybody is win and flashing. And they probably even use more water than a company be setting up. When you increase such utility services, no, say look, what you are doing, no, you cannot compare it to doom so a better so 4 years now. You can't say a Google year industries now. Because the consistent increase of utility tariffs, no, I'm saying I hear too much. We were here when in the Mills administration, it was said if the gas came on stream, it was going to be very cheap for both local consumption and whatever, Russia and then domestic consumption has to be cheaper for us. It has increased and increased up to date. It keeps on increasing. To the point, say, with the 6 kilo a year cost is as a gas. When in 100 and something Ghana city. Into your koya, that's your buy, and a higher tea at your condition. But never koya's number dom and penko for us. In the sense, and in him, dear, or can't say, even though we are trying to find ways, say, free Doomso, because Doomso didn't come under from Mahama. Doomso started from Rollins in the time, no baby, when population started increasing. I am taking pragmatic measures. I on one case, we say, okay, after the Doomso, no, AGSM, and no fast Italian badge, bino, a buy. And you go for badge in a buy, still, and I had a cosi and cosi. Into Mekai, na Yesusa. Acapulco Bay. They saw light no pig farmer, no I saw TV fee, Jolu. Now they are called pig farm. The Dumwo area have a beer tea, so Abeka Junction, no I saw now in nap time. It is another crisscross across the city, everywhere because of that soap opera. It will be a service in Africa, Becca in the 90s, all is a breast, military government. And no real for buy and say, the first thing I want to do, let's say, you facing out the onion bulbs. I bob cocoa, yes, yeah, and no crop your bonnet, as a mass up, won't to me, I didn't know a bit. Now, we say, yes,
has to buy no way. I didn't be by a boy. You be kicking again, you be speaking ill about it. A banner for your jet to near your fedia.
And a man cannot politics, because I can for it. The bonnet is our audacity way. Yeah, because Papa no, I not so you know. And I join my penku for. I say, oh, dear, Messer. The end of Bob and Crop, Mopper, free, and no status here, chicken free. Crop, crop, on person with the vote in on the young J. Now we are 2 ampere goom. Yes, sir, and we are all using lead. And the consumption of power consuming war, your memory, drastically. Also, make continue the Kwame Nkrumah so regards breeder. Now, me, no, so my suma Tazan, Recumbo, Beso, and also VR, on show or Tamsica, boom, this one is a question. Me. Now, my better as I mean, what time is I scary? My driving Volvo, rough. And no, so called Volvo cars. And no, so called Ton try to go and try to be a fine issue. And the better Mills Mahama Abisata. And you're not your money. That one way. And Mahama say, I, John Dramani Mahama, I will fix the doom so. And on also says, yes, also some badges are horrible. Yes, I we are crown full. Now, some badge, I would dear bad. You bet to me, I told you, what of 5 years was a 5 years. Build, operate, and transfer said, now, crown for the I know what you do. And also, your bonnet, not the way back or the way back badges are horrible. Plus, augmenting the system. Say, you buy solar number. And the baby is by the time we fear bemono. So we had excess capacity. In this NDC MPP for banners almost best of them, sir. Simple question I say. When you came and you were complaining of excess capacity, what was it? Excess capacity means idea power no. What was your mandate? Your mandate was to ensure say you put up more industries to absorb those power. On to me and yet now to help almost say we now best stop with them so. As we speak, say we do so. And so NDC as the way they are, they will not talk about it. The NPP, that's why I love them. The NPP pan and NDC war government as low shedding was so. Hey, I can understand. But I come and what team 50 way condition, right? And I hear the bedum pensuya and here is so. Now should that be because you are not doing things that will rake enough monies in the system? Maybe you have to do for the water aspect, no. I can probably blame it somehow on the illegal mine. I say so or more pompia a treatment, I say more materials to treat the water. But even right now, exchange rating so call for 15 whatever it is. See a bathroom. The NPP for pen on our mobile more suffering. I didn't know you goose because at the time, no, now, sir, 350 something percent, no more. It was based on the fact that the exchange rate didn't know more. The CIA buffer. Why do you still keep increasing utility tariffs? And MAAME, PRC, Mumpe Bibi Enye, and for this particular increment, you not consumer, no for no so. Most of the worker. No more making sure, say, then you home behind because.
It has Mr. Yaw Asanita no ena ote nenkana mami famesi is kakrebi emfema sana maba I will say so former from what's it good afternoon mami BIAMAH. I hope and pray that the corrupt President Nana Addo and Dr. Bawumia led government will not spend the IMF loan extravagantly, recklessly, not use it for renting luxurious private jets and share it among family and friends, but rather use it judiciously. So Jane Mensah and the judiciary think that the good people of SAL do not deserve to have representative in parliament, but the people of Kumawudas. The future is indeed pregnant, and never again this wicked, heartless, corrupt nation wreckers. Mystic Wonder Avuko inside and Sawam at Duwejiri. Recurrently is rather unfortunate to be bailed out by IMF due to economic mismanagement somewhere, or possibly as a result of global inflationary crisis. The blame is not always on government, but revenue institutions and individual income earners are all to be blamed due to corruption and tax evasion, and that always contributes in engaging with IMF conditionalities bailout. Politicians should use their campaign platform to campaign more on tax education and stop spreading lies, which will not bring any economic fortunes to the country. Osei Kweku 2K. So the PRC has increased the utility tariffs again upon all the hardships we are going through today. So is this the government who told us he was coming to reduce the burden of Ghanaians? NPP, you failed us big time. Never again. Greetings to Owen Kwame Frimpong, aka Darling Boy, parliamentary candidate hopeful for Lower West Achem constituency. Enoch, as a man can say, Enodiwe Ebai. Good afternoon, MAAME. Please, I'm very, very serious about this. I don't want to hear Kenoforiata is going to organize Kenke and Wache party because of the IMF bailout money has hit the Bank of Ghana account. Ghanaian John Dramani Mahama is coming to rectify the economic mess created by the so-called solid economic team. Richard Amasaman and Odifi Ebaye. Noah the Ark Builder, I think I've read. Salaam alaikum. Kumau by elections NPP 20 NDC 150,000. This country needs good leadership to move forward. It's not like more borrowing or more taxes. John Mahama is coming again. Issa from Ensawam Zongo. Abranti Eke Kaswa American Town Kenke House Eke Hawa Beba. NPP is the only hope for Ghana. Kudos to Honorable Mavis Hawa Kumsen. Okay, Keke Kaswa, oh dear, no. Wafake, New Plan Station Circle, Mr. Jim Jachikwesin, goodbye. Greetings to Honorable Moses Sabo, incoming member of Parliament for Ayawaso Central, and Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Senior, no matter what the propaganda will say or do, no matter what the propagandists will say or do, still, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia will surely be our next president of Ghana. Greetings to Engineer Odai Lai of Pro-War. Abele Edway Efrinungwa Ena Ode Abba. Agunaba MP, I think I've read your own. Kwame Nchiniu Aplako, it's time the Apia Kubi-led MPP parliamentary Judases who called for Kenoforiata's removal were told to keep quiet. Ken isn't going anywhere. They can go and bend the sea. Ken is a victim of circumstance. Victim of the troubled global economy. Hey, Kwame Nchiniu Aplako. Yamzi1, I agree with you 100%, but I'm appealing to the NPP delegate to make a wise choice of who becomes the flag bearer to face JDM in 2024. The state of Ghana's economy is such that it needs total transformation. Same faces in this government seeking for the presidency from Ghanaians will be very difficult because the opposition is going to hit hard on any of these aspirants using the economic factors that are making life difficult to destroy their chances of winning 2024 general elections. There is one man, very patriotic, honest, disciplined, a successful, business-oriented, and affable. Fellow Ghanaians, Honorable Kennedy Akompereko Ohene Japan for president. A word to a wise Michael Ashalaja and what do we buy? Amefa way and sorry so. Women Sapila 2, Dr. Baumia is the only one who can fix Ghana better Ghana for us. He is coming like a kai. Nobody can stop him. Agbena. Anomabi ninisu. See I was here for 800.9 and I was so a guap. No, hello to my
Yo, mommy. PRC, PURC.
Yeah. PRC for anyone no customer Ghana for. In terms of utility.
Yes.
But they say they are against us. They don't say stop for us. Because you want more no they are number. I say we have already talked about it.
Also, they are in between consumers and
consumers. You want to PRC 4% just one.
Producer no say the car multi say no. One fabi and kanwa it will affect production. And I say near 8 and going to mean here. So almost no. We have to pay extra 18% or more.
18.39%.
Yes, about 18.4%. Mommy, because something cost of living. They say the car here say DBR in terms of the near year to lorry fare. Those are here any school fees here. That's cost of living. And if you so the well-being of the people, well-being in each year, apomoding, having so peace of mind, happiness, and so on. Now, in economics, no, they see cost of living no, is indirectly related to what the well-being of the people. What they mean is say, the man here to ne born a cosura, the well-being a form, meaning say, the apomoding so a form, your needs to engie, your bread. That is where we are now. This particular government, mommy, the cost of living no, are costly too much. Into the brain and so mukasano. And say, I'm telling you, mommy, a lot of people. You see, I'm saying they be amicao. Obian try say obey politics, and I say you contest for something, and you obia oba in China, ABI is taking advantage of the fact that who contest you, but Obana say, mommy, you cry for them. People are going through a lot. It's not say me contesting in tea. They
gave you that chance.
Yes. And when you listen to them, mommy, they say this country here, in Crawford, we must sell mine. The cost of living, look, man be 80 million on your delegate. A tram de be my office or me can't be office or. The one day me parking me car, no me parking here, let's name it here really cry. Na man bo car no. Oba no see. I a grown up. Please, I beg you, give me 10 cedis to buy food. My kids are home, they have not eaten. Like, I know this, no. Like, it's okay. Be frank with you, likely, let me cry 10 cedis. It's okay. The man was so happy. Maybe he will greet me. A German, I said, the man has become one.
Hey.
And when the cost of living goes up, the well-being of the people comes down. And they know who are they.
The family, they have 4. That's not making 500 cedis. I shopping.
You.
And no, skank it during the day near
and count. We just rice, oil, Milo, milk, sugar. You.
And then I use 1,500.
For the same 2 weeks.
1,500.
Meaning I cost you by 3. So the cost of living is going up. If you cannot match the cost of living, meaning say your well-being will perform. Into unam no bodam now kasa now yare. These are the things that NCC. I mean, how? And I feel so. A minimum of a 20. You know, do I see minimum 10. Yes, now 70 to 10 according to Niebano. Until the minimum you can buy is 30 Ghana cedis. Now, if your man you see, and 15 for water. Just 3 months ago, and you're increasing another 18. Oh no, mommy. You see, I always get first. Oh, if you can. Brakosu. And see, and only happened like in conform dream. Oh, the oh, I must say, oh, so what? I can do it. Let me tell you, drug industries, the so-called, I think say we are already, so I can't even mention their names. Manufacture most of industries, most of but look at the cost of duty at the port. It's affecting them. In the next Parakra untuminto. First no we kaya vitamin C. Esan say obi here binim. That's one was the cheapest. Who can say you can get plenty. So that at least even the poor can buy it because every day you must take it. Very important for our health. And then the strip no is 3 cedis. Obi a meant to be taught the Kuni Chidam no. Now go and buy vitamin C 3 cedis. In America said the well-being is coming down. They are sick. They are thinking. I hear about them. So why do you add this one on top of it? Domestically, you are coming to pay this. Industry will pay this. Yes, even now orange, 5 cities. All these things. So why must you increase at this time? Why should you have every quarter increment? Meaning, say there is a problem at the production end. That is the independent power producers. Yedomuka. Is you. So they are using this way to get money to pay them. The final consumer must carry everything. Yedomuka. And you can trace this one to the exchange rate losses. This thing is back to it. Last year, the last quarter, no. The exchange rate got to 15 cities, you know. That is where we are now. IPP4, no. That's where they are passing through for us to pay. But we have ESLA. We had ESLA. IoT. We had things were put in place to take care of all these things. That's kind of you see those funds for collateral to borrow more. I mean, now today, in fact, I'm very happy say MPP Nwamba because on this topic, I don't think say he will say something. I can't afford any channel. Seriously, it's becoming too much. It's becoming too much, mommy. And you see, I'm talking out of pain because I've gone out there to campaign and I know what people are going through. Look, in Crawford, my office, no, baby, delegate, because once you say, oh, Jinano, they know say, oh, we near you come and stand in the area. Until the end, this Obia, baby, Obia complaining. Even their own people, they are complaining. They are complaining. So why must you increase tariff at this point? The same tariff, at least we compare. Maybe I'm in my name is you. Let me show me TV and make sure program be it can calm me down. And also mean to win here. And an American, the minimum you can buy at the prepaid end is from 30 Ghana cedis echo. So be a mini how do I get 30 Ghana cedis to buy prepaid? It's too much. It's too much. They must look into this thing. We can't be here and be taking quarterly increment. No, it's too much. Those exchange rate losses are and the leadership must bear it because they brought this onto themselves. The leadership must bear it. They shouldn't pass this into the final consumer. It's becoming too much on us. Mommy, too much. First, put the 2 bedrooms, that's what 20 is prepaid. At least it can last you for some 2 weeks. Then say 20 cities within a week, and that's 10 days. NASA. And they are not coming to increase by 18%. Meaning, say, we are thinking about 400 cities plus. It is too much. It's too much. Where in your politics, where in your NDC and BBSM, who do BBI turn prepaid, no? You miss out party card. Whether you have money or not, you have to buy it. Now, when you see postpaid in Swa, once you are, they will cut your line. It's becoming too much. Some of us, we have to pay for our offices, our shops, pay for home, and pay for our campaign office. How much at all are we making a day? How much? It's too much. It's too much.
That's Emmanuel Dote Alote and Ote Nenkano Mekanfama as a neat 100.9 and I was so egua Otieno a my Ghana. Now last on the list, a Supreme Court orders to expunge Judge Kwesi's name from Parliament. Not just a Momonitia, a sin of Akonyano Ebeda wa NDC amayuko na womu wini ye 2020 elections no eche ne babeto dwa ese nipa wogina epresa akonyano ma NDC amayuko no Yira James Jachi Kwesen sabe bra na akɔfili form so opese obey premier shibedwa akonwa no ewo October bosome no mo ne da to so num etoamu akosi ne da to so enkono so emfie mpimienu ene aduonu saa bre no na oda so eye Canada ni na ne Canada ni eye no onsesa no onfanto ho ema meye Ghana ne krogen eti yera Michael ankoma nimfa anase nimfa ya o free assemblyku ena wotam saa asemi ede ekokoma court a edididi mu a even year 2020 aba ne wie kra no a first 7th January ana 7th January ana parliament womo kwa setena mu sensensem bebre ni nyina yemo nimsem ofansem pi ebae enne ejebo ejenya aba bedru court abua ese wo hwe yen article 94 plus 2A no a nia yewura jache kwesi fe mu nyina efibra okopeke forms se opese obeye MP ene ne keke ka ho aye ma ni so aye kora di nsie kantam se wo mrahye bedwani obeso omayi ene ho kora ne banyina no iti asa amara yenyini din emfiri mrahye bedwan krata nyinara emu meye nka kora se nka obabi abo se emri bi atwam kora obeye MP de omunyini din emfiri mentwa ne bi bia mo mpepa ayi razor empepa ni nyina emfa emfiri mu asemi Lazanita no your take.
MPP.
I don't mind.
Love them. They are so ruthless in their dealings. They don't go there. They're turning it into vain. They're dying. Also in terms.
Justice and what here dream Justice Jones Victor Duce. Or you'll be a bit me manipulating this. Me bow other justices justice on the panel no judges on the panel no Justice Mariama Usu, Justice Gertrude Tokono, Justice Yoni Ulendi, Justice Barbara Akayensu, Professor Justice Henrietta Mensah Bunsu, and Justice Nene Amagache. It went on say a unanimous decision.
Jasmine.
Oh, now I appointed to become the Chief Justice. It you say they unanimously declare.
And then another, we know judiciary. Know what they do. We know what they and I make up again a shadow. I say almost say you need dimfi horse. From my embrace a genu. A triano, exa, tired the man. And they on also a jumo, NBC. Sergeant force.
Yeah, and you be declaring bad debt. Almost all the on one besamba.
Now, so man, Fana macro no money from. So I keep on dealings. I want to say that I'm not for just propaganda. So Mokasi be ya dear way. Or so from on. Here we are. COVID-19 best track. And as we speak, that WHO declares COVID-19 is no more a pandemic. Look, the young person here, really, a general taxes. But in the midst of this, no, NPP-led Bananado has blamed their incompetence on COVID-19. They have even gone ahead to say, teacher for train fee, but you may for train fee still are going to your mocha. They also made us understand, and understood, projects are delayed because of what? So, COVID-19, they were a hit the international world, West Europe, etc., Canada, Americas, etc., Africa. That matter gone. There was a total halt. Action in Kwajuma, there was a total lockdown. They do not move point A to point B. Until we should understand the MPP when they say COVID-19 and our projects are delayed. COVID-19 and our economy na basa. Na mom no say jechikwas in kase. COVID-19 to them apply, you know, I didn't do hand them now. Then we should not take that as no the end COVID-19. Or no mom over there, no, the COVID-19 had made it so clear that people were not going to work. But you see, interestingly, before say Yebekwa to a bananka, man was not a citizen of that country. And did you actually? And you be who?
Almost say, I was say, denounce so sense or renounce so. And so now Bakura said, "We be fat for an hour, but baby towards that." But within between that period, no October 5 to 9, that's still on renounce.
He would out there or no.
But Mr. Sanitary, I did be actually imagine say Ghanaians in the diaspora don't they contribute to I mean the development of Ghana?
Apart from that, we put the diaspora arrivals homecoming. What is it for?
Because my fans say obi more parties and branches or other areas, other countries, they equally contribute to build the party. Whatever is going on in the government, more government, they help and everything. It didn't in a meba, didn't in a Sabia or be a citizen our minus one. Or son say, because looking at Mr. Jachi questions, Emma, they shouldn't marry because I say, Bra, what bring you now? A background zero.
In what remittance? Records, HSA is more than 8. Yes. But the BOG's records. Was a bank in a remittance.
Yeah.
Money grant, whatever.
Yes.
Amount of ebano is more than 8.
And even Momo, Enfa banks.
But more than near Mudi Boyeno. Young Crop Mubujuma, Scout Museni, it's more.
Yanisa Emra phone and few other number. Because you are calling for homecoming, who said the as far as Emra may establish her. The main fan say, "Oh, Raja, question." Can you do a contest? And I will yes, I or Baba, or basic fact. It doesn't make sense. One pop, it does not make sense. Obia for more. That was the
offense. It's a candy. He was my very good friend.
Parliament should have ensured
and a very nice gentleman as well.
Useless now Nkrofo mu gabo omusia de Ghana for. Mama nya Nkrofo ketu o mo dos wankasa. All the mrafu we chichire wo man one. A burden of more back with the intellect that they have had. Come and support the economy. I want to say, I cannot go and go through all this. See Africa. If he's a dual citizen, the BBC say, America will pick the person from here. Because more money for him. So a citizen from America or countries that they take good care of their, they make sure say they evacuate their people from. Even the dual citizen helps. Say, me who ni pour this buy, you know. And I mean, the merit of it, say, the advantages of it, say, 1 year, because of the Mekoti, if I say, Nipan, Juma, let me look and information being the you have the military command of the United States.
What that part, Daddy?
What that part, Daddy? But you are paying the sea, so Ebia almost, say, oh, champagne. Dia wo baby a wokobia they know. Nti secret be na waga na ho ye liki biem. Drones e nam ha ye hu a mo de hwe ye gold baby a hye ni nyina. We munti we are depriving our people who have spent their time outside the country and they have studied. They have that knowledge, they have that capability and capacity to come and help. What's that? Sir, I think for no. 20 your mama I am offended. Intermediate may train by election. Oh, again, I say I love the MPP. Who are the people most are going to say? Almost the original Kokudiano, or you greedy. Nanka, oh, Obama, or Ninja, Kokudia, Mebala.
Ominano,
MPP said that they want to look for somebody who has that name Kokudia. They are so smart, but their smartness, no, it's upside down. Until they are bringing this Kokudia to come and split.
Is that Kokudia as a
yes,
what? Independent,
because you see, what you know, when you could do ballot boss, it didn't hear the same. Sometimes you get there, you get confused, and you're very, and you see, information I may pick and say, they wanted the same intoma of the original Kokudia. Then they were calling boy, na nipa na omode ko share nsasa nka onye ntoma ne bi mo no. And they say, "Ontumi nwie by the time I saw omode nya na odi twa picture na omode yesa." Ntia omo chinsa o MPP. Omo chinsa just to bring an imposter or just to impersonate somebody. Yam fa another independent man no me face no. Kokudia mienu. The symbol no so a aircon no. Money double. Until just to confuse the system. Now, sir, fake Kokudiano, onje original Kokudiano vote. And they are bad by for MPP for. Now, they have even deceived Parliament by bringing an imposter. How much more? And tomorrow, they are no I should no money. No, be a year close. And ja, Omako swan to maybe a year close. Dear Frano, now, I would have loved to say probably on NDC because the panel of na banner. I hear say on years too strong, but probably NDC would have supported the original Kokudiano. Now, Uncle winning independent now. Almost Uncle the show MP. Yeah, from an MP, or yeah, there be a me body to so I'm Ghana. I chin from an MP where that Messiano. But my Ghana, yeah, hot she. In some way, you're fabbing in office. Anyway, the first time in the
Is that enough?
Okay. I will be a child. But about Mecca. What am I going to hot?
It has allotted.
Mommy, to be frank with you, I disagree with the Supreme Court judgment. I completely disagree.
Is it because Jachikosin is from the NDC?
But no, Mommy.
Why do you disagree?
The same Supreme Court passed judgment on birth certificate. It cannot be a primary document to authenticate one's Ghanaianness. And then, but the same birth cert, and I use it for passport. Meaning, say the primary document I will use, meaning, say they mean the passport cannot also authenticate who a Ghanaian is. Then I the same passport and birth cert, Ghana card. They created this confusion in the system. So I disagree with that judgment. And I feel so, Mommy. I'm say, internal election. I feel that Nipan original. So he doesn't know the results. So how can I go and denounce my Canadian if anything? I can't do that. Oh, we need that was somewhere last year, 2019. That was when he started the process. And he applied in November 2019 for the records. Knowing say I check within 6 months, I'll get it. And I feel so per the law, in the party's law, you as PC for the party now, you are still not the party's candidate for the general election. But they can change you on the way. I mean, it's in the document. If I misconduct myself, they can change me. Unless they are ready at the time ECABA coin and they sponsor you and they put everything on you, then you become the candidate for the party, and that one and the national rules apply to you. Oh, so the man or by for internal election. He doesn't know the results. Now me and I don't know we need here. The election no somewhere I guess September. In November he applied to renounce what Canadian wave anything in ship no. And then I mean brother Kai no. The whole delay came from the COVID-19. And then also by somewhere a year after, that's October ending. Eba no or the man easy. Per the records no easy. Esi nkonya we are meeting. If this case came to them, into the they have what's the name? They have some committee. When you the party sponsor you as a apply, all documents will go there, your tax clearance, all those things.
They will check.
They will check everything. And that was the point in Grofoni raising issue. So they set a committee to deal with it. That committee, that was when the man say, may sank a document and all they buy it. And he say, the man has it before the election. So he can go into the election. That was in November. So the man got the thing before he went into the election. And your move can say, the guy shouldn't have come at all. Time I find the PC, the party has not sponsored him. And the party could have changed him on the way. American, that's the rule of the party. They can change you anytime if you misconduct yourself. Until and Ukonsua is the party that will pay everything for you. That 10,000 the party will pay for every candidate. Now, more than 10% that the EC will pay the money back to the parties. In the ESA, all the whether you're winning or winning you, essentially will be more than 10%. The party almost 260 candidates back from the EC on record. It is a party that will sponsor you. And the party sponsored us in October. And that was the same time Nikrata Neba, In some reason, issue, EC committee is at the the guy had a document. And I said, that should be it. And now Monka said we should expound from the document. We should not even say anywhere say contest here. I disagree. Mostly no omuyama Nkrofo say judgment is highly political. Seriously. Because in Nkrofo this is here, we know them. I mean we know them. Yenu Kolendi, Yenu be original. And Amigachi, Yenu be original. We know them. Yet here and Mamito Kono, Yafan says CJ, me one. There is no way the current president will go and take a CG who has affinity for the NDC. We know all these things. So they make their judgment too clear for everyone to see that judgment will a highly political judgment. As it stands now, you see the man was not punished for anything. And the second day, he didn't renounce. Until Yechi Nansana, and also Ochantro say, why? Yeshi no nye. So Yechi Nansana, he was coming to do it. And also, but person there, before he was sworn in parliament, now he has already renounced. But second day, he had not. Yes, I come. He was also punished. He was jailed. When they can't jail him. Engineer, can say he will come back.
Perjury and forgery and then.
No. He didn't. There's no forgery. He didn't forge anything. In America, say, your party, say, as I'm here now, the party has not sponsored me. I have won the primaries, but I'm not the candidate for the party until the EC opens the way. They open the way 2 months to the election. That's a party needs to be BIAMAH. Then I become the party's candidate. At that time, the records, the guy has already said 1 year ago. Already sent the document say, I don't want to be
all this information you are taking, then you're privy to the court.
No, it was privy. In fact, the document from the Canadian Embassy HSA, the guy entered the renunciation somewhere November of 2019. Records are all there. In America say their judgment is too political. Too much. They can't even hide it. It's too much. Mami, EC, SC Nkonya, they have a EC committee. If you are challenges with your documents, they meet. The records, EC, SCI. That was when the guy brought the document and said, this is my document. And the woman say, okay, the guy has renounced, but I'm bantem by November. We filed in, I think, 5th or 9th, the open nomination, 5th of October. And we filed the closing date on 9th of October. And so that was when MPP before can say, no, he's still a Canadian. Enti yesi nkoda November no. Odi buy Emma is when we say into easy Emma go ahead once you have the document which show that you are applied way back with your receipt, you can contest. Into way MAAME say if there's any punishment, easy must be punished. I'm telling you. Because they gave me the go ahead to contest the elections. Into with all these things, you can't punish him. So far, there's no punishment for him. Into that, I can say he's still qualified to contest for the NDC. Meaning, say this judgment is highly political. Obey on political colors. It's too much.
BIAMAH now by presenting the way bill said, is this because he had a receipt
showing the date he applied for the renunciation. Everything was there.
Yeah, me twetwe maso kakra ne say, the mo kan nyina me fancy documents it must be present for
the high court. Yes, this
is what really
that is why they finally moved the case. Say, Supreme Court to give the final judgment because they know what they can do over there. MAAME, it's becoming too much in the country. It's becoming too much in the country now. It's becoming too much. It's too much. I give you an example. Say, when we had issues with this birth set, they rule that birth set cannot authenticate who a Ghanaian is. And they say, we don't have anything that shows who a Ghanaian is. Yes. Meanwhile, the same birth set is the primary document for you to get passport, Ghana card, and so on. The confusion is too much in the system. All for a political score. Why? Why? It's too much. In America, say, if he has done anything untoward, how come they didn't spell out judgment and that's a punishment for him, which should have also gone to the EC? Because EC in their committee meeting, they declare say he can contest. Say I was involved in that election. They gave us room. They have a committee. Me say in documents, not sure you know until you frame me. Those with the issues in their frame. Okay. That committee. So if they are going to punish the man, then EC will be punished because EC never go and say you can contest in that committee. But there's no judgment. Meaning the guy didn't do anything wrong. It's highly political judgment. Simple.
Wrap it up.
MAAME, one thing about Supreme Court is it becomes a law. A case study, somebody can make reference to in future. Meaning, say, if you have misled the country, that same misleading will be used by someone to advance his case. So, what are we doing to ourselves, MAAME? Just one person, one vote in parliament, we should put the whole country into the gutters. It's too much in the country. It's too much. Now it's a law. And somebody will rely on this judgment in future. You will quote them, judges. Every time be unanimous. Wow. So there's no dissenting view from any of them. All of them, they are thinking the same way. Nobody is thinking differently in this case. So it's a big problem for us in future. Seriously, MAAME.
That's Mr. Tano. So wrap it up, MAAME.
That's more to I am here. Is that they didn't listen to. I was scared. I spoke same way. Okay, Reverend, change must. Because me the benefit but who I will send this message. Maybe I will mad that. Let's do the right thing. And he said, above from back. I said, me switch say Meko MPP. And I'm in class. I'm to say the MTR the above for banners or yet the enya. Even if some man who crop from yet the enya, I will criticize the moment you are sure you're not a fan of prayer and for manner. In an about the special. MAAME, in wrapping up, no. Man, baby, very, very. That's our security intelligence. The year who know the answers some make sure say we sanitize those areas. We need the baby memo hano. So we should be mindful of our actions and actions. And say, we want to stay in power at all costs. So we should pack certain entities, certain institutions as to act.
That's it. Mr. Yawasanita no and Emmanuel Adote Alote. Azara kasi nkoma mu nyina Mwadaroma and Ambeboama yede nkoma twetwe ehye so. Your telephone lines not to my 0302243540 Also friend for adventure. Hello, good afternoon.
Afternoon, Mandia Madre.
Okay, but you didn't baby free.
Dr. Newman,
Yanko.
Simisha incoming president, Dr. Mahmoud Bamia. Mr. Mami, yes, Mr. Sani, it was your PR man and this year.
A political analyst. I saw a political analyst.
Okay, no, don't they can't open it up, but maybe you wouldn't that. Now, who will be Supreme Court to the judgment? And then I assume so, a BSC pay. And nothing else here. Can I answer what did that? And that's not motivation. If you now my yet what is that? And now judges now I really actually say, and I'm on to you know, and we pay your 18 million my claim out was in a year. And it's out just a local review and answer one papi. How better sit down, could say a political judgment. About say different any of going and my judgment now. You shall know, as a man said to 2 years. We not to my not about one more can say what 2 when that's what the court. It will go to do my judgment not fair. And it's some men kind of crime or game or can have. I wish I can't debate on your day. Something for jail.
Say hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Imagine baby Africa.
Me need your fati. Me catch a free new friend station cycle.
Yanko.
Me batch me brother Sanita no.
Sorry.
Me chiano. Me chiano. Mami mo yura. Mujisa bo aboso. He can be a member of parliament for Iowa Central. And he will be regional minister. Me chiano baby will be the Dr. Muhammad Bawia. Me brand be kind. No na ma ye wa the pass. What is Amrano and yet what you feel. The time I did a booster candy. And what them my Manako a booster candy could them or firm share wood. That's all Ghana. One come once what you do, and then you could do that you crazy, dear. And they're bad. Yes, sir. It is a triangle tribune because of politics. The mestre, almost just said, Bobmia, a month for the other car. Bobmia and Casano, or Adolfo. Make one of a king, Bob, I cannot pay a track from support in the campaign.
Hello, good afternoon.
MAAME BIAMAH, I want to couple.
The battle didn't be a free Orobon.
All the way from Orobo, all the way from Santamanto.
Yanko.
The ministry of Papa Panegma Power, Madama, I can say, I mean, Papa Boachaja, conform management minister, on 2024, or life, Boachaja, Propotua, Equidro, or life, and the Motif Abo, Equayawa Central, on 24 life. MAAME, if I can pay how many, I'd rather for prayer. On my and so I have a force on the person. I am to put into me as so our camel of a trot rat. May I only say, never fire Bema, I betray UTV, Yabema betray UTV, and I go in TIE. And then company could follow 2 more things, little more things, and then 2 more things. Get them to 2 fame. Not then as I said, you have to learn for Yabema. One time I say UTV in that the temple. Tanya community and Yabema and yet. What did you run up to mine? They won't 300. Only a minute, bye bye.
Madam Sippy, hello, good afternoon.
Bye, oh,
if I told any baby,
I'm at the time.
I'm Yadrum,
I am one day one evening.
You, Yanko.
And Major Web defense here, Dr. Baumia. The minimum say, delegate. On run on being no. Now, for my Professor John Domina, FCN. The minia. Messer Ghana for us and this process. Omunjai, Tanya Tom, in some Kaka Mokaka. Effa Supreme Court and a young judges from Omunjai. Not a Supreme Court Akasa. I say, we are the Ejetum. I didn't start from High Court. Na and Tiasema. In a Supreme Court Court said, Edium judgment aba. How on saying, we just depend, and have the BC that. A BS depend. Now, my sense is almost 2024. You don't baby report or don't know a baby report or I know why the almost you know. Someone judge. Some court as some mount. Because we are batche, our wako, umaba, and don't say, judges now, almost chance, we call judges now, almost chance, I'm listening. What was all we have before? Derby, I am running at the year, Juma. Some court I am people in business at all. I am running at the almost year, Juma.
Medasipi. Hello, good afternoon.
Fine afternoon.
Baby,
why would you when you Peter was a market?
Peter Papa, Yanko.
Paco pay the whole Ghana. Yo, Mamitia, the MPP. I mean, the incoming president on our Kennedy at Jacom up in Prepo. Yo, Mammy, I mean, shall not my part. The party, if you say, we, I'm out for a of a funny buyer, while funny BBI say, Yisiana. Yeah, Mr. Selina, or the channel, you see, you're the brown yama. And all the other, and the train of people can say, I dare why any crowny, and you need the law. And I do. And you will be my Angelino. This will be this I said, say, no, you bet this kind of chairman like a Janana. Yes, I answer, what's my farmer? Yeah, Jelu. Then you're sticking out to the others. What you could double say, no, buy a house for my baby to a Ghana. I will take just idea to them for you. The people that I did on the Miss Law, and they could get this to go. I am free. If you prefer to walk up and people, this is your shop. I'll buy a wire depart. I don't want to need a good for my idea. It's over time. Then I phone the wire. It's over tomorrow. Yes, we need.
Medasipi. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Baby, I'm free.
Yeah, well, I think the next year about things with my pa, with my gun. I'm focusing on the Michelle Browani as a student. Then you make a little bit there and the building of the government. I'm very, and in fact, coming out to KCM, the CEO, what's the reason? Never fight you. I don't want to get you. You know, I did that. With my and I do. Then, yeah, because it will come.
I don't see a dear summer.
But the coming out to come to whatever the point for the book of your and two hundred years. And I feel so. Yeah, was more playing Chicago party. You will lose a face for me.
Yeah, who follow ups. I'm my Oma court. And Ramoko court. That's CB. Hello, good afternoon.